Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good day, wherever you are in the world. I hope this story is exceptionally inspiring for you. This time what I've tried to do, or decided to do, is to record something related to my own life, my own past, to give you a little bit of insight into myself and what motivates me, and to tell you a story that should inspire you or one of your children, your spouse, anyone. Just something to make you smile and bring you back to a nostalgic set of memories that you may share. You may be able to have a parallel memory track to my own. Episode 3 today is Earned Frequency. It's the window where vision meets resilience. Welcome. This is Human Frequency TV. And today I'm going to date myself as the story begins in the mid-80s. A small child, somewhere between, let's call it 6 and 10, walking to school every day. No car. The bus was our transport. A hard-working family, not a lot of extra. Great food, a roof over my head, a lot of love, wonderful friends, and a safe environment. It's not much more you could ask for. On the way to school on this winter day, I would pass a shop window, and in that window hung something extraordinary. It was chrome. It had white tires, white rims, multiple spokes, and it was in a pride of position. It was a Hutch Windstyler. If you know, you know. GT, Hutch, Haro, and BMX magazine. The bikes you didn't own unless you came from money, or certainly I thought so. I didn't. But I decided that someday, and actually on that day, that bike was going to be mine. I walked into Dornella's bike shop in Scarborough, in Toronto. Mr. Dornella stood behind the counter, fit, strong, legs like a professional cyclist. Tour de France posters on the wall. I looked up at him and said, "I'd like to buy that bicycle." I remember him saying it was between $300 and $500 in the mid-80s. To a 7-year-old, that might as well have been $1 million. I asked if I could make payments. He hesitated and eventually agreed. We shook hands, and that handshake became a contract with myself. As I mentioned, it was winter, snow was thick and heavy. People don't buy bicycles in the winter, which was a major advantage for me. I bought a plastic shovel with my parents at Canadian Tire, and I went knocking on doors alone. "Would you like to have your driveway cleared?" $5, $10, $20, if it was long. And then one day, I made a mistake. I quoted $20 without checking the full driveway. It went behind the house and behind that. I was there all day. I didn't negotiate. I believe honor matters, so I kept my deal. I never made that mistake again. Snow became gardens, gardens became lawns, lawns became teams. I hired my friends, I paid them. I took a small margin, of course. I understood business, at least somewhat back then. I learned something important. Working hard is not enough. You must work smart. Week after week, month after month, I walked into Mr. Dornella's bike shop and placed my earnings on the counter. Until one day I was close. And then I saw the 5-spoke mag wheels. Oh boy, it was in the Hutch magazine and I had to have them. And of course I ordered them, which made the time of my acquisition that much longer. I had to wait until they came in from somewhere in the United States. I believe Hutch had a small factory, or so I had heard, and I believe I'd read it in one of the magazines. Again, I believe it was BMX magazine. Really lucky here. The day arrived. The bike came down from the hangar. Mag wheels installed. Oh my goodness, was this thing a beauty. I rode it out of that shop. It was fast. It was beautiful. It was mine. And then bang, I broke the mag wheels. My goodness. I'm sure in those magazines it was very clear. I saw those guys jumping off of half pipes 10 meters in the air, or so I thought. I only got a couple feet and this thing cracked on me. Back to the shop, head down, time for some negotiation. They weren't fit for purpose. Thankfully, Mr. Dornella gave me my money back. Replace what doesn't serve you. Keep what does. That bike is still with me 40 years later. Original chain, original frame, original everything except for the seat post. My parents did offer to buy it for me, or certainly contribute to it for Christmas, but I refused, because I needed to earn it. Took me a year and a half, but it was well worth it. When you earn something, it carries a frequency that certainly can't be purchased. I once looked up its current value, and the numbers shocked me. I'll never sell it, though. It's not a bicycle, it's a symbol. And a symbol that is extraordinarily powerful. The story is not about a BMX. It's not about resilience, negotiation, patience, not even honor or vision. It's about a child who decided that circumstance would not dictate outcome. What did you earn that shaped you? What do you need to earn that will shape you? What did you refuse to quit on? What did you build when no one was watching? Was it a Lego? Was it something in a abandoned warehouse? Was it in a forest somewhere? Was it in your bedroom? Was it under the house? Was it in the barn? Share your story in the comments. Let others extract value from it. And if you have a deeper story, something that forged you, send it to lifeofvicarious. That's lifeofvicarious@gmail.com. I'll be selecting transmissions and reading them here for the community, as you know, because your story might be the frequency somebody else needs. This is Human Frequency TV. Stay disciplined, stay humble, stay relentless, and remember, what you earn becomes a part of who you are.